didn't make all the images, but I made a lot of them. And the reason that I wanted to transition to this is because we were talking about the shakes. I tried really hard to make all the products sound super good in these descriptions. So we have 21 grams of RBGH-free protein-rich meal replacement shakes, whey or vegan, that actually keep you full. Da, 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 da. With every bag, 10 meals are donated to Feeding America, with 39 million meals donated to date. Reset, the award-winning 3-day nutritionally supportive fast, lose an average of 6 pounds in 3 days. Slim, the famous patented pink drink, clinically proven to balance weight. So anyway, I made these. I think they're pretty good. It's got the price, and then I added the little PV underneath so we can get to know like some of the common ones. Because I just think sometimes we have so many options. And also, I don't know how quickly I'm gonna make the big packages with like all the millions and millions of writing, because I just feel like once it gets to be those big packages that you're getting for people, rarely does it fit in a box. You know what I mean? Rarely is it like the same products all the time. And so we can use like one of those other images that I made that's like pick 3 down here. You know, I don't really think we need an image for all these big extravagant things. It's kind of, when they do something big, they kind of pick and choose. So again, so it's called Reset and Weight Loss Basics. That is a welcome pack right now, but we're abolishing the idea of welcome packs, right? So it's literally you're taking Reset with the combo of Weight Loss Basics, which exists right now. You know, anybody like us, we already are signed up. We could go in and put the combo of Weight Loss Basics for our subscription. And the benefit of that, when it's a combo, instead of ordering everything separately, is it's cheaper. So I mean, technically you could go add each item, but I think it would be more than $210 if you did that.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
A quick question. When, like, how are you utilizing these? Like when you are getting close to like giving people like their options, like they're like, oh, I'm really wanting to do this. What do you suggest? Kind of thing. Like, is that when you're inserting them into like conversation or messages?
I do it pretty quickly. I know some people like kind of dance around to not get to like, this is the dollar amount, these are the package options. I think sometimes like people just want the bottom line. And so if they've told me that they're looking for weight loss, flat out, I'm going to say, these are your weight loss options. You know, I'm going to talk all about like the Reset, how amazing it is. This is how much weight I lost. This is what, you know, you can lose 6 pounds or more. I'm going to like go right into with all this belief of what I think. But that, you know, if some people, you do just the Reset and then you don't have anything to continue after that, I don't recommend that. So I would say, hey, if you're willing to give this 90 days, gut health is usually the problem of the weight issues, and get them to do Reset plus Triplex. And if they're not willing to do 90 days, I'll say that straight out. Are you willing to commit or not? If you just want to try something short term, then I would recommend this one right here. I do it pretty quickly. Oh. And then, so, I mean, over here, we can always like edit out this price, or at least it's showing what it is full price. And then in your message, you could say, with the discount, it's da 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 da, if there's ever a discount. But Joanna said she always has the membership be free by using that give 10. So she just pretends there's no membership and says the $10 is for that. And so this is the price. That's kind of how
that's kind of what I've been doing, because it's kind of confusing. I just say, hey, like once you're ready, I can like get a cart all set for you. It's going to have a code in there which covers your membership, so you don't have to worry about that. Like that's kind of what I've been doing with people.
Yes, Nikki.
I don't ever even usually mention membership.
Right. Well, once you say the word membership, you better be ready to explain what it is, because
sometimes they just get a little weird. And so I just don't, because it's going to be covered anyway with the $10 off. So I just always say, you know, I can make you a cart, and then I let them know that I've added a promo code, you know, but I don't like specify, okay, here's your cart, I already added the promo code for you that's available, or something like that. I don't know. And they don't ever ask.
If they see it, we talk about it. If they don't see it,
if they ask me, then I talk about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like a lot of times, like depending on where it comes up in the conversation,
Yeah.
obviously, like if they're like, oh, well, they're already like kind of in there fiddling around and they see VIP, oh, VIP prices, what does that mean? Blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then I'm like, oh, okay, well, that just gets you this, this, and this. And then that's covered with the code I give you. And then they're like, oh, cool. So yeah, it just depends where it comes up in.
Right.
I'm the
Yeah, and
exact
I mean,
opposite. I explain everything. I have a little copy paste that I use that explains the VIP membership, the subscription, like everything. I tell them everything up front when I'm telling the pricing. But I do like these when it's on the pricing, when it's on the pricing is on there, because I usually send that first when I'm telling them about the products. And I like that it's on there. I feel like it softens the blow a little bit for them to see it ahead of time. And so then later when I tell them about them VIP, the membership, the subscription and all of that, then I tell them the price and whatever. So
Can
I
you
know
send that?
everybody
I
does
feel like
it so
Can you
different.
send
So
that
just whatever
wording?
works best for you.
Yeah. We're
Can you
also
send that
different.
wording to the chat at some point, Lisa?
I'll send it right now because I'll forget.
Okay.
because I feel like, yeah, like when they're, once they're in it and they're excited about it, then it's like, oh, and then I get all this extra like stuff with Pivotal and the app and the, I don't know. So I think it always depends on your person that you're talking to, where they're, you know what I mean? Like you get a feel for it or not. I mean, obviously we all know that.
Well, right. There's some people that just aren't responsive. So if you're going here and bringing up other subjects, they're not going to come back for like the real subject. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to just get in there.
Oh yeah. I don't tell them about all that stuff until the very end when I'm like, okay, are you ready to hear, after they've said something, they usually will say, okay, how much does it cost? And that's when I'll tell them. They almost always ask me what it cost. It's just part of the thing.
And I feel like in the past too, we've been really vague about, well, is it Plexus? We've kind of had that talk recently. I think the MLM way of doing things is changing, and you just got to be straightforward now. This is Plexus and this is what it costs, and having this image, like it just take it or leave it. Like this is
right. Like this is why it's awesome. And this is why I believe in it.
We're not
right.
trying
And this
to
is why
dumb
it's
it
working for
down,
me.
cheapen it. Right. This
Right.
is what it is. But look, freebies. You got freebies with that too. Like, do you want to get help or not? Like, we got award-winning, patented, best of the best. And on this one, anything with the triplex, we're saying the original gut health system. Bam.
Like that. Yeah. And it all comes back to just even being confident about what you're saying, and like you were saying, take it or leave it. Like, this is it. It's great. Do you want it or not?
Right.
Because if you're wavering in what you're saying, or, you're sounding unsure, or you're like, well, I mean, is it expensive? If someone says, is it expensive? No, not at all. Like, I'm just like, no. So it's just being really confident in what you're saying.
Well, and you got to remember too, like, remember when Roden Fields was so popular and it was like $350?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Right. But people knew it worked. They started to see,
Yeah.
okay, I believe this will actually work, so I will pay for that. At least we're not doing $350.
Right.
So, okay. So yeah, I just tried to make it sound really good. Brilliant vitamin C and magnesium vegetarian capsule. Restore your gut to factory settings, actually penetrates the cell wall, blah, 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 blah. Made it sound all fancy. And then we got, this one.
Ooh.
The magical unicorn drink. Right?
I love it.
Why not? Right? Active is just, okay. Packed with antioxidants and plant extracts. Oh, the wild caught marine results in 15 days. Potent photoprotective and so just like I tried good wording. Here's the price. You got your PV. I'm not going to have too many of these. I don't want to overwhelm us with options, but let's do what works. Like, what else works? The active, slim, and ease. That's a good one that we use a lot. Maybe we could put our heads together. And if you have one that you're like I know Wendy was talking about, she's finding success doing the pink drink, Vital Biome, and active, right? Like, well, then I can just make one like that for Wendy. That won't be that hard to switch out, but just let's narrow down what we like. And then if there's somebody that wants to pick and choose, we've got those images where we can say, here, pick to your heart's content, because we don't need to fall in line with any welcome packages. Guidelines.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So Wendy, when you recommend those three, what are the people dealing with that you recommend those? Because that's an interesting combo to me.
I mean, usually the fatigue, like fatigue, stress, some digestive stuff. Like, it's basically what I offer if they're wanting energy, looking for a little bit of gut health, whatever, but they're not committed to Triplex. It's what that's kind of what I default, because then they're still going to get tons of good probiotics. I mean, I've explained already why Triplex is the best and why it's going to benefit them the most. But if they're not ready to commit to 90 days, I said, okay, well, I want you to start feeling better. And I think these few things can help you do that. And when you feel ready then to tackle that 90 days and you're liking how you're starting to feel with these products, but you aren't where you want to be, say in a couple of months, you're not quite where you want to be, then you can kind of reassess and see where you're at, and then, possibly do the Triplex like I've been doing. And they're like, oh, okay. But it's like, it's helped me. It's because a few people I think are just scared of that 90 days. They're scared of the word bio cleanse. They're scared, all of these things, all of a sudden they get weird. And I'm like, okay, well, if that's too much, let's try this. And then they're kind of, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds less scary. And it's seeming to have been working a little bit, especially with the winter and like people that I know personally. I'm still working within like my personal funnel of people, and like they might be friends who know that I have kind of suffered with seasonal affective and different things like that. And it's like, hey, like, it's Minnesota, we just kind of need a little boost, and I think this would really help, and the vital biome with the mood and different things like that too. So
I love that. Love it. And I think we've kind of hit this really good spot. For those of us that have been around a while, it was Triplex all the way, because it was just our best product. But then we had all these detox things, and we just like couldn't deal with the detox and help people get through it. And then we took it out completely and never talked about Triplex because we were too scared. And so I feel like we're at this really great sweet spot where it's like, hey, you have two options. You want to really heal what's going on here, like this is a 90-day thing, and put the ball back in their court and help them to make that decision to commit to that. Because then once they start going through detox, it's like, I told you so, like, let's keep going together. Or we can say, you just want to do something feel good right now. It's not going to fix and heal what's going on inside, but you're certainly going to feel better and put healthy things in your body.
And they become product lovers and believers that these products are working, because active is going to help you
instantly you'll feel it.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I like that, because Pink Drink and Active alone, I mean, I'm sorry if somebody is doing that like for 2 weeks and they're not feeling anything. Like, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a good way, I think, to introduce products gently, slowly, carefully, but like they're going to feel something,
Oh yeah. If somebody says they're not feeling anything, those are the people that are like, they don't want it to work. That's some other stuff going on. Because yeah, everybody feels good from that active. You can feel it right when you're drinking it. You feel great. Yeah. So yeah, I'll make a couple more of these, but I don't want to overwhelm. And if you have one, reach out to me. I don't mind making one specific to you. Okay, I wanted to share this. So everybody was talking about the spirulina in the black cherry lime, and Dr. Hartman came onto the Diamond page and put this up there to address it. He says it is only for the color source in a very small amount and not for physiological impact. It gives the flavor a slightly darker color to make it the black cherry, but it doesn't affect its function. All slim flavors positively impact the blood glucose and insulin sensitivity through that chromium. So this kind of all spurred from a Diamond specifically that saw that spirulina and noticed some positive impacts in doing the black cherry lime. And she was like, I'm not sure if it's because of the spirulina, it could be for something else, but there's something about this black cherry lime specifically that's causing a lot more weight loss and really great results. And then people just kind of got on board with it. But it wasn't exactly ever said by Plexus. And so he's addressing it, that really there shouldn't be any big issues or changes. And somebody else commented, and they were like, well, what about the people on my team that are losing like 30 to 40 pounds in the last couple months switching to black cherry lime? And he said, well, I would love to hear those testimonies. That's great. Like, let's share what they're using and just share the good news with people, but he's saying it doesn't seem to be anything scientifically different about that slim. But there are people having good results. And then you can see here Emily Lothart's comment, can you experience the spirulina effects in the greens? Correct. He did say yes, there's enough spirulina in the greens that you can have positive impact from that. Someone else said, which I thought was interesting because I've thought this before, is if we mix all of our things together, all of our drinks together, are we lessening the effects in any way? And he said, absolutely not. And then someone said, I heard somewhere, if you mix them all together, is that like too much sugar, that it could actually like spike your blood sugar and have an adverse effect? And he said, absolutely not. It is stevia leaf. That is not going to spike your glucose in any way. So keep mixing all together. And I say we just stop going all out there about the black cherry lime, unless we see something personally in our life or somebody on our team that has a great experience. But it sounds like there's no difference in the formula. So, there's always something. Huh?
I will say, so I've tried all of them.
Yeah.
And I was kind of testing it out because if I drink the blood orange hunger control, it makes me bloated and maybe TMI, but gassy. So then I tried the black cherry and I did not have the same issues. Very weird.
I
With
can
hunger
start this.
control?
Huh?
With
Mhm.
hunger control, with hunger
Mhm.
control, Taylor? Oh, okay, that's
Mhm.
interesting.
This is actually a conversation that I was having the other day, about that, why people are losing weight. I said, maybe because it makes them run to the bathroom because it's like a laxative. So I don't know how true this is, but I tried not mixing it with anything because that's what I heard. And I was in the bathroom all night long and the next morning, and I've heard two other people, well, one other person had the same issue. And then another person was testing the theory.
You're like doing it all winky winky. Are they on this call?
Well, she just admitted by raising her hand. I didn't want to call her out that she had bathroom issues.
It doesn't matter to me. I was in the freaking Rocky Mountain National Park the second day I drank that, and I was like, oh God, like my stomach was so like just rumbly, and yeah.
Wait, so you guys are saying when you drank the black cherry hunger control by itself, not mixed with anything, that was happening?
So I always mix it with active and collagen. And I've heard what Jenny was saying, like not to mix it and, whatever for the results and, whatever. So it was on a Saturday, Taylor, you might remember a couple weeks ago, I didn't go to church because I was up all through the night. I literally woke up at like 2 a.m. and another time I had to run to the bathroom because I couldn't trust a fart, you guys.
So that makes me freak out.
So I ran to the bathroom and was on the toilet. I couldn't even go to church in the morning because I couldn't.
This is getting scary.
I know, this is great because I have someone who wants to do the business, but she's trying the products first, and she has just been like negative the whole time. And she's like, says she gained 20 pounds and all this stuff. So I'm like, switch to hunger control black cherry lime
because it's a laxative.
So she just ordered that, and I have to check in with her. So yay.
Okay. So let's go ahead.
I'm assuming it was that because Lisa had the same experience. I've mixed it with my active and collagen ever since. That was the one time I drank it by itself.
Well, because my one girl who just did Triplex and never contacted me because she was having issues, literally said she had diarrhea for 5 weeks straight, like 4 times a day, run to the bathroom diarrhea.
Okay. See these people, I just no.
But maybe she was drinking that one and it could be.
She was.
5 weeks, 4 times a day? I
don't know.
On day 4, you'd think there's a problem. You don't put up with that.
Well, right. I know.
I know.
Well, but that's like my person. She said she gained 20 pounds. And I'm like, at 5 pounds, I might say something, not 20.
Right.
Okay, so for me personally,
what else are they doing in their life? It's not drinking one drink that's causing them to gain weight. There's obviously they love potato chips, or they never exercise, or it's gaining weight is a simple thing. You eat more calories than you expend. There's no other trick. Like,
Well, she does beach body every day. So like beach body exercise. So she's active. I don't know. I don't know what's
so
going on.
maybe she was getting more muscle. Like there's
What I
other.
said. But I mean, she said she put on 20 pounds since she started Plexus, and it was like 2 months. And I'm like, what? That's insane.
That is weird.
It's
Yeah.
just not possible. That's why I just don't believe people like Vicky and Lisa. I just don't believe you. I'd like you to test it again. Let's test it again.
Can I tell you what was different for me? I have never drank the black cherry hunger control before. Never. I've had the blood orange in whenever I was doing a reset, but I always have a loose stool when I'm doing the reset. My stomach's always grumbly when I do the reset. So I never connected it with the hunger control, but I think my body's just not used to the extra fiber and the hunger control. And so that made sense to me. I just didn't think about it before, where I was. But I've had people who have tried it before and they're like, oh, I just can't, my stomach. So I'm kind of glad it happened to me, because now if somebody orders the hunger control, I tell them, start it half and half. Because when I got back, of course, I quit taking it while I was in Colorado. But when I got back, I started it again, and I took half in the morning and half in the afternoon. So now I can drink it all at once. So I just needed to get my body used to it. It wasn't.
Well,
Yeah.
but I've been doing hunger control for years. And so
I know, that's interesting.
So I might have to test it again.
That's interesting.
Maybe we need to look at the labels and see what's that beside that drop of spirulina, which he's saying does nothing. And there must be something different, right? We'll have to look at the ingredient labels.
I know.
To see what
I feel like that's like the only difference though, but I don't know.
Well, the added fiber.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Between the two
That was
flavors.
a good question Emily had on there about this, because is spirulina in greens?
Right. Yeah. But he said, no, that is for its impact. That's why it's in there. It's not a color thing. I don't know. I wish he could just answer all the questions all the time.
Yeah.
He's great. Okay. So Vicky's training on social media was great, clear, to the point. Lisa's been awesome at reminding us to do our IPA. What is today? The 9th. So we're kind of getting into October here. We got to do some self-discipline. I know yesterday I'm like, oh, I got to do my IPA. And then, I did things on it, but I did not take it and write it down and utilize it and send it to the chat. So let's just all try to be better. Let's try to do it. If there's ever a month to do it, let's do it when we're all going to try together and just do our best. And then on these blank spaces, I put those there so you could write people's name, or groups that you join or whatever, so you can kind of go back and look at it. But yeah, let's just try to get better at this together. Tomorrow night we have the virtual office training with Taylor. She's very good. She's going to go in there, dive in. She offered to share her back office with us, to just, how do you do goals? How do you find where a subscription is? And when someone turns one off, or a credit card decline, or heck, you can even see when somebody's order is coming in. So that'll be really fun to dive in and do that tomorrow night with her. Tonight, if you have not texted, I think it's text me to Plexus or whatever on your phone, so you can get those reminders for those Monday motivation trainings. Do so, because the Plexus trainings are the best, like ours are great. And I love our team, and we know what we're doing, right? But it is so good to fill your mind with what other teams are doing. And these are hand-picked people by Plexus. They see the stats, they see the trends, the numbers, who's retaining the most, who's enrolling the most, and they want to know why. Tell us what you're doing. They get the best people to speak. And tonight, well, actually, it's a little early in the evening. It's 6 p.m. Central, I believe. Kinley, who is a sideline sister to our team, she is #1 in Plexus right now. Like she already swept Punta Cana contest. Like She knows what she's doing. She is a hairdresser, so she still goes to her job and talks about Plexus at her salon all the time. But she's
She
going to
says she works her hairdressing thing 50 hours a week, hairdressing.
50
She
hours.
still did all that with Plexus. And she said, like, what is it? One day she added 18 people. Like, are you killing? Like, that just would kill me.
That's insane. And you know what? Watching stuff like that, it's not saying like, well, you got to go try to add 18 people, but more so, let's just think like, man, people in the beauty industry, we all have something. We get our nails done or a facial or our hair or a wax or whatever. My sister does makeup. I've been talking to her. Like those salon people, they have like when you go to your salon person, you share your whole life with them. You open up like a counselor. Like those are people
They
that you
see a
can
lot of
bring to
people.
your team. Yep, they see a lot of people. They're friendly. They have good connections, and they can very easily say, "I recommend this." So get in touch with your people. Say, "Hey, I know you love your job." Even if it's just if you get them on that magical unicorn drink, and they just tell everyone about the magical unicorn drink. You know, nothing more. Simple. You help them with some samples. Get out there and talk to those salon people.
Speaking of samples, I was just going to share like how I always send a card to someone when they join or whatever. And my best friend here, I dropped a card off for her, and it had I think I had a hydrate in it, but somehow she got an active from me too. But anyways, she accidentally didn't order a welcome pack the first time she ordered, so she just got to get her welcome pack. And I'm like, well, you can wait till like later in the month because she's like spent a lot of money, and she's like, no, I want it now. That hydrate and active is really helping me. So you just never know. So now she ordered completely different products in the second time. So now she's going to have loved even more things.
See, that's it. If you just don't stick
good.
out long enough, you don't find those good, happy, excited people, because we run across the worst. We do.
Well, she was the worst for 3 years. She's the worst.
Oh, for 3 years.
She hates MLMs and don't talk to her about that and blah, blah, blah. So it's pretty good. It's pretty
What
good.
a lesson that is. That is huge. That literally the people that become diamond, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. Like it might be, oh, I've been at this spot for 3 years, 4 years, but then all of a sudden, bam, we are all so different. This is a longevity thing. This is a retirement thing. This is so much bigger than what we might think. Like you have to do everything on your own super, super fast. It's deeper than that. And you want to create a good foundation and not just fly through and lose so much. That's not what we want.
Sorry, I don't mean, yeah. And on the other side, when she was going to order the next welcome pack and she said that she, the money wise or whatever, and she already added 3 people, right? So I'm obviously trying to get her to do the business, but she said, I'm not ready to share. I'm not ready to share. But when I showed her how much she was going to get paid for those first 3 people, she's like, just for doing that? And I'm like, yes. So it was twice as much as her second welcome pack she was getting paid. So now she's just like, what? Right? So Plexus pays well.
Yes, they do. Right. I know. Okay, so speaking of Shay, I don't think she's on right now. She is someone that I met locally. She just randomly found my page on Instagram and liked the color of the pink drink. That's what drew her in. And she just started like looking at my Instagram page, just totally random. But she's so sweet and she does body sculpting. And so she's already like, can we have some flyers? So I made her these flyers. So if anybody wants to use them, this would be amazing to print off at a studio somewhere. I did the one for gut health, the one for weight loss, and the one for beauty. So you have like a front, it's an 8.5 by 11 sheet. And then the back, FAQs, how will this improve my gut health in daily life? What's included with my purchase? And how do I take these products and the price? I mean, we could print that off in any dang salon, So I'm sorry it took me so long to realize certain things. But I think we're getting in a groove of like how to really grow your business. It's not all social media. A lot of it is in person. Go ahead, Lisa.
No, I like that. You can hand it out with a sample, even a sample.
Right.
Just, I like it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Would you want to have your QR code on there? Like, because as soon as people see who it is, they could just go order and you won't even get them as a client?
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't clearly say Plexus. The point of these is for it to conversation starts.
But when it shows the product, you see, then it says Plexus Joy. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. If you're not at that salon and nobody's talking about it, it's just sitting there. Yeah. Then they would go Google. I'm picturing like Shay would have these printed out and she starts talking about the products and then she takes them over to like their 3 options. But right, if you're not at the salon, you'd have to talk to your hairdresser Kinley or something about like how to direct them. Because it would be for them, since we're not the ones in the salon.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could add a QR code on it too. So, so this was just Mix and Glow. Oh, Magical Unicorn Drink, sorry, AKA the Magical Unicorn Drink. I want to bring that back because people like that and it works. Okay.
Except who's that girl on social media that teaches network marketing? She always makes fun of unicorn tears. She cracks me up.
That's the name. That's Colleen from No Shame.
That Colleen, yeah.
She doesn't make fun of it, but that's what she calls her product, unicorn tears.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If you're interested in unicorn
everything,
tears.
yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, well, it does make us feel good. And you can see the results from the collagen in 15 days. So to me, that's a unicorn. Okay. Yep.
Those flyers are awesome, Jenny.
Thanks. And once it's there, we can make it for anything. Why is this not moving? There we go. Okay, so we've already kind of talked about this. Tomorrow, Taylor. We have our Rocktober walking challenge going on right now, which we collected, remember it was $5 for each person join, $100 we collected towards the prize. And that just like, that's huge. So in our last walking challenge chat, we had 39 people in the chat. Now we've collected $100. I feel like we're like rolling in the big time. Like, oh yeah, we're doing good. This is great. So that's going on. That started today and it's going on this week and next. Lisa or Wendy, would you like to kind of share, like, what would you like from the team for support? And what are we kind of, I don't know, just a rundown of what to expect, where to find things, and then what the team can do to support. Anybody?
Wendy, I'll let you take that because you're kind of in charge of the day-to-day stuff.
My son was just up here asking Alexa about how to do something on Zelda. So I kind of missed, I mean, I know it was about the challenge. I mean, just participating, like if you're not participating in it for whatever reason, you don't want to participate in it, at least people aren't going to know, I guess, if you're in it or not, really, if you're just commenting on the challenge posts, because then more people, it keeps bumping it up to the top on Aspire Health and Happiness, and just see, and people see that people are interacting. And that's just what we want, because one of our primary goals was to just create the community and show people that like we are all just like regular people trying to do our best, trying to live healthy, trying to encourage one another. Obviously it is a way for us with Share Pink, trying to get other people to share Pink. Like we're trying to share Plexus. We're going to be introducing some products, doing product highlights. So tagging your friends, be like, hey, there's this cool challenge. We'll have to join the next one, but look at this as active that I've been talking about. Bam. Tag your person. You know, you don't have to be doing the challenge to like kind of jump in and, you know, help. I guess we would love that. Cause again, it's just multiple levels of community building, encouragement, ways to share, maybe new product information that you don't know or are aware of or something, you know. But again, inviting people to Aspire Health and Happiness during the challenge too is huge. Just be like, hey, I know I'm inviting you and you're going to see some things happening on the page, like the stuff we do, and just the belief and the fun and the joy and the, you know, the way that we want to help people and share hope, and just, it's kind of all there right now. So if you're adding people this month, it's just kind of a good way to let them see what we're about.
I think we should still let people join the challenge if they want to. If they want to pay their $5 a weekend, let them join it. Let them play. I mean, still do all the things. We
Right.
actually got another $10 since you said 100. So we're at
Oh.
110 now.
We're gonna
Yeah.
put money on this challenge.
Do I need to add somebody to the chat?
I did. It's Tanya Whipple, or Tanya Whipple is her name. She
Okay.
she said 10, so I
she's
don't
in
know
our
if
chat. She's my level 1.
yes, I
Yeah.
don't know if she has 2 people or not. I asked
Oh.
her, but I just added her because she paid 10 instead of 5. So
See, I'm
might
loving
be
this because it's just, we're not talking about somebody going and spending $150. Like, we're showing people, like, we exactly like Wendy said, we are fun, we're real, we just are here to just chat and support, cheer each other on. We all struggle, we all need motivation and accountability. And right, the more people that can just comment on those posts in Aspire Health and Happiness anytime, please, comment on those posts anytime, because I can actually see the stats of that page growing. And when we have more comments and engagement, then when I make a post randomly, all of your people are going to see it in their feed when it wasn't reaching people before. So now, with all this engagement and fun happening,
like pop a Punta Cana post in there and how to get your products paid for, and these little things that will help.
Exactly. Just comment anything. I don't care if you're right, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, don't say that, but just anything, it's gonna help all of us in the long run. So we're doing it. I think we're doing it. We're like the little blue engine that could, with a happy little train coming along. And it's like, we got this great challenge. We've got our trainings going on. Fun community. I'm just so proud of our team. Like, it's great. It's authentic. And when we can bring someone into this atmosphere versus kind of like chaos before, and just, I don't know, I feel like we were all burnt out before. This is excitement. This is positive. This is like, okay, we saw your problem. We're going to tackle said problem together. With everybody doing a little bit, we become stronger together, because we all have certain strengths and we all have certain weaknesses. Like, let's just be flat out about it. And when we can each do a little, like, look at us, we're blossoming and growing together. I love it. Yay. So yeah, and utilize these business calls on Friday. Emily Roberts is very outgoing, charismatic. The last one that Amy sent to the chat about earning money, like, that was just really influential for people to watch about, this business. I just feel like we're at a really good place, you guys. I have a video from Tarl. He went live on the Diamond page and I screen recorded it. And it's 8 minutes long, so I can't easily send it to the chat, but I was going to try to break it up and send it. And he was saying, about his belief in network marketing. He's like, I still believe that it is the best. There's a huge tractor in my yard. That's Wisconsin for you. It is the best business to be a part of. Still, to this day, there is no cap on your income. You are helping people. It is fun. He was like, okay, obviously not everybody can do it, but it's a job that you can step in and really grow a characteristic within yourself. If you go to an office job, you can't necessarily take that. Maybe you're so creative or something, you have some skill, you can't like blossom that part of you. In network marketing, you can. Like, that's the cool part, is that you're working, like, just like I was saying, alongside other people with different strengths, and it brings out your strengths, because no one person is perfect at everything. We're utilizing each other, and that makes us stronger together. And he was just saying, like, that he can sense this wave coming. And I can too. You can kind of just feel it in the air. It's like people were no MLM, and then the economy got pretty bad there right now, and gas prices are high and groceries are ridiculous, and people were kind of like feeling the hit of that. And we were like, network marketing. And they're like, oh yeah, that's not for me, but gosh, this is horrible. And it's like, now we're at this stage where, like, their ears are perking up. You know what I mean? It's a wave. He talked about flat out how, like, in 2020 we had a wave. It was great. And he said, it's been tough. It's been tough with the business right now, but that's any company. It's just about riding the wave, being ready for the wave, expecting that it's there, not crumbling, and thinking ahead. that's why they're so great at developing all these new aspects of like the sign up process and the website and all the things to come, because they're thinking ahead. But he just was talking about how he can sense that wave, that things are going to point in network marketing's favor. And I really believe that. And I feel like we are the people that stuck it out in the hard times, and yeah, we just got to keep with this positivity and keep showing people how awesome this is. So, right, that's it. Does anyone have any questions about any of that or compensation plan, and just forgetting about welcome packs and just going with what products? Yeah, Wendy.
I just had the one question. I left it in Aspire because I was like, I'm gonna remember to ask it. So like I ended up, with a decent amount of VIPs last month, so I got, a nice business builder bonus. I can't remember. I feel like, is that changing or does that stay the same?
The business builder bonus was always $20 for a 112 welcome pack. And then if you did a 189, it was, is this right? 25. And then if you did the huge pack, it was 30. Like it was more so on the size of welcome pack. But now it's just 20% of the PV. So like if you did triplex, you would have made $20 business building bonus with a triplex, but now you're going to make, what is it, $21.80? It's a little
okay.
more. Yeah, so it's just 20% now instead of $20, basically. Is you're muted now. You're muted. You're muted. Wendy.
I thought I hit it.
No.
Is it still muted?
No, now I hear you.
But it's weird on my screen. It shows that I'm muted. That's weird. Okay, anyway. Really weird. I can't see anybody either. So not myself, not anybody.
I can hear you and see you.
That's so weird. So basically that's if you're just kind of thinking on like a welcome pack VIP, signing up 5 people, it's going to be a similar amount, but almost like a little bit more now.
Right. Yeah. And that's why it's like, if you can get somebody to add on the snickerdoodle or add on a holiday product, you're just gonna a little more because it's 20%.
Okay.
So yeah. So we are making more overall. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to share a cart quick. Yep. What?
I was just gonna say the Blake Shaver Zoom that I was the champ for and watched for everybody. He said that if you can get them to do a combo and then add one, it's going to bump you to that 150 plus PV. So then you're going to make even more. So combo and add one is what he was saying is to what to work for.
Yeah. I'm kind of having in my mind, like the $100 mark and the 100 PV mark and 150 PV mark, because you're going to make, once you hit 150 PV with your order, you're making a ton more, and you're getting 25 credits for Punta Cana instead of 15. Like you want to be either just hit that 100 threshold or bump it all the way up to 150 PV. It's kind of just what I basically have in my brain. Okay, we're gonna do share a cart right now. You want to be signed into your account. Am I? Why does it say I'm not signed in? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. When you are signed into your account, you are going to pick what you want to buy. Let's do weight management. Yeah, man. I just was looking for here, the weight loss basics combo, like we were talking about. I'm gonna click on it. Is it the internet or is it the website? We don't know. No. All right, then you're going to choose your flavors. Let's do the the black cherry lime, get them pooping, and some chocolate. Okay, once we've picked our types, I haven't done it on a computer before. Here we go. Share this product. Okay, now we don't want to click this link yet, okay? Hold on, Callan, mommy's on the, okay, hold on. We're gonna click share as a cart, okay? Because once we do that, this is clicked. We want that, right? And we want to be able to type in give 10, apply. Now this link that I send them will have the give 10 and the enrollment and those flavors. This is the link that you will send to them right there. Okay, got it? And as far, go ahead.
I was just going to say, add another product to that, because that's what I think everybody's going to want to see.
I know, and I actually have never done it. So let's see how it works right now. I've never added a product. So we're going to go, wait.
You just add everything to your cart and then you share that cart.
First, you just put it into the cart.
Correct. So
Okay.
select whatever you want on here
Okay.
and hit add to cart, like you're
Add to
buying.
cart. Look at us.
Yep.
learning
And then
together.
just whatever else you want in there.
Okay. Well, we'll just go quick. Why don't we just always add to cart anyway? I guess there's this, it's an extra step you don't need to do.
Right. This is also one of the reasons why you have to stop using welcome packs, because you can't add an additional product when it's a welcome pack.
Bingo. So see, that's kind of how we were saying, like, this is going to make it so doing a welcome pack is just pointless. It's more work. You can't do this. It costs the same. So that's kind of how they're getting us away from that. Oh my gosh, come on. Okay, add to cart. Let's go to our cart. And share this cart. And again, we want to make sure that this is checked and generate link. Easy. Now, has anybody had issues with their link expiring, or does that seem to have gotten better? Like, if you send
I
someone
never
a
had
link,
an issue with that.
no.
Okay.
Sometimes when you pull it up, it'll say 0, like nothing is in your cart, but it takes time. And then it'll load
Well,
up.
but that's also because if you're doing a welcome pack and you're logged into your account, you can't purchase a welcome pack. So it's going to show you nothing in there.
Right. If you are signed into your account and you click on a link.
Right. So you have to log out if you want to test it and make sure that if it's a welcome pack.
What do you mean welcome pack?
If you're adding a welcome pack for whatever reason, you're still sending welcome packs to people and you want to.
Oh, you're saying, oh, okay.
You have to log out. Otherwise,
you're
it's going to tell you there's nothing in your cart.
Right.
I've been having a weird issue where like I have to tell people, like when I send them the link in like Facebook Messenger, if they just like click the general, if they just click it from there, they always come back and tell me they can't see anything in their cart. So what I have to tell people sometimes, so if you run into that, what I've had to do, I don't know if it's like an Android, a Apple thing, I don't know, but I just tell them to copy and paste the link and put it in their browser. And then there doesn't seem to be any.
That happened too, where they tell me there's nothing there, but then they usually
Yeah,
end up coming back and saying it's operator error.
Yeah, because I think it just takes a second to load. I think.
I have that happen all the time though. Like that happens pretty, so I automatically just tell them to copy and paste it in their browser.
Okay. I'm glad it's not just me, because I'm like, it's so frustrating because they're like, nope, I waited like 5 minutes for it to load and there's nothing in the cart. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
And then I try it and the same thing happens to me. And I have Apple, Wendy, so I don't think it's Android.
Okay.
And so this is, remember, we were saying that the website literally is from 15 years ago. The system that it's built on, they said it's popsicle sticks and duct tape. That's just what they started with at the time when they just had this breast self-exam check kit to sell. That's all they had. And so there is that big revamp coming. And so we're going to just have a little bit of lag with the share a cart, but at least we're getting away from doing welcome packs with it. You can add anything to it. There's going to be a little glitches here and there, but with the updates coming, it's going to be wham bam. People, you know, all these freaking influencers can just put a link. You want shakes? Here you go. Here's a link to the shakes, you know. We're on the great trajectory. And we are the OG patented pink drink. So there.
There.
So there. Yeah.
And we're going to Punta Cana, so there.
Heck yeah. Let's get going. Let's get earning that. Yeah, the flights to Punta Cana. With you. Yeah,
they're stupid. I looked at them last night.
It's not good.
It's crazy.
It's not good. So let's start now and earn all that travel cash. I don't know.
Like, I don't get it.
I don't know, but it's not good.
No.
It's not good.
I was like, shoot, I ain't going if it's gonna cost.
I know, and I was gonna bring the kids too, and I'm like,
yes,
can I share a seat on the plane? Like,
right? We're gonna be lapping it up.
Yeah. So let's work.
Share a seat. Can we all share a seat on the plane?
Right.
Seriously. But I mean, it's gonna be the trip of a lifetime. It's just gorgeous. So let's get working now. We need people to see the vision. And I feel like we're in a really good spot too about making an income, you know, like my friend Bria, who's in the chat now, she just started, and you know, she's been watching me for 5 years. I've been friends with her for 13 years. And you know, she's sharing her products, and what could I say, to reach out to people, you know, and I'm telling her, reach out about the income. Like, the products are always going to be there, and you can always fall back on that. We need to reach out about the income. I came up with this silly little message because Shay messaged me this morning. She's like, how do you reach out to somebody, a friend, about this? What would you say? And so I just kind of typed it up, and it's, you guys, like, we need to be saying, like, my friend, she's making $10,000 a month and we can go on free trips together. Like, I don't know if this is for you or not, but would you like to do this with me? Like, those are the majority of the messages that we should be sending out. We will always post the products and message about the products, but like, that is the way that you get moving. Ugh, my kids. It's Columbus Day. Everybody's home. So anyway, I encourage you. I know we said we were going to talk about business reach out messages. At the end of the day, don't overthink it. We've got some great examples in the chat that Lisa sent the other day. It can literally be 2 sentences. And you got to just do those kind of like, not sure if this is for you. Would you be open to this? Like, send those kind of things and just let it land. Just send it to as many people as you can and let it land and see who comes back. There will be people that surprise you. But if you don't take the leap to send those messages, you're not going to find those people. You're just lowering your chances. So let's do it. Let's be brave. Let's be excited. We're in an infectious stage right now. Let's be chatting and commenting on everybody's stuff, and let's just be the happy people we are and cover up the bags under our eyes. Okay.
Circles.
Circles. I don't know. The dark eyes circles. Yes. And one day, when we're all together, I will put makeup on Vicky for a black tie gown. Yeah.
I didn't wear it to the other black tie gown.
Well, I will put it on you just for fun. Fake lashes, a red lip.
She'll put it on like this.
Yeah.
She'll put the makeup on like this.
What?
She'll put the makeup on like this.
Like, sorry, you were off the screen. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Sounds like a nightmare.
On the cream foundation.
Oh, yes. Disgusting. I can't believe I'm going to post that on the internet. That's going to be like, that clip will be taken out and like go in slow motion somewhere. Oh. All right. All right, guys, let's get going. Thank you for hanging out for an hour and 20 minutes. Jeez.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
All right.
Jenny.
Bye.